Welcome to the 15th episode of ML Backstage. My name is Mars Luna.
And I'm Ethan.
And we're introducing this podcast straight from the 6th dimension. This is a music commentary podcast hosted by all of the Pegasi today. We got Kainalu Kamai back, we got Holokahiki Toves back, we got Scott Yago back. Oh yeah, and Joshua Luna's there too. I'm excited because this is the start of Intergalactic Summer season, baby. Earthlings, grab your popcorn and let's get started. Back to planet Earth we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 15th episode of ML Backstage. My name is Joshua Luna, and I'm here with everybody today. I'm here with the Pegasi. We got Kainalu Kamai back with us again, and we got Holokahiki Toves back after a 2-month absence, and after a several-month absence, we got Scott Yago back.
What's up?
I'm so glad that we were able to have everybody on today, because today is a very special day. So how's everybody been? Nalu, I'll start with you first because.
Oh, that sounds good. Well, folks, I am not at my house. As you can see, I am in Maui for 2 weeks for a technically business trip on the military side. Yes. So I have time to jump in before it gets crazy.
Hey, there we go. Glad to have you on, bro. Holo, how's the last 2 months been for you?
It's actually been pretty good. All I gotta say is there's taking a different trajectory in life, going to what is I feel the main purpose. And all I gotta say, it's actually going better than before,
That's what's up. That's always encouraging. Sometimes things may not work out the way you wanted initially, but when the stars align a different direction and things end up better than what you originally planned, those are always the best kinds of feelings. So, so happy for you, my boy. And Scott, welcome back. Welcome back. How's everything been with you?
It's been busy. Work and then music-wise, both sides have been really busy. But awesome, bro. Like, with this Intergalactic Summer EP release.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're doing, it's been keeping me on my toes, and for sure, the music side has been very, very, very busy ever since Birthday Bash with Human Era. We've been playing live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, man, it's like gigs coming up, and then on top of that too, it's when everybody's free in our band because everybody's working,
right,
and everybody has their own lives and stuff. It's awesome. Yeah, it's just been after the other. I swear it was just January, and now it's June.
Yep.
Like,
that's wild, bro. We 5 months in. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude,
already.
And when we made sneak peek redacted title, but I'm gonna just when we made Constellations was back in January.
Yes.
Oh God, I wish I could play for you guys on the stream, but it's not about Constellation.
Spoiler alert.
It's a spoiler alert, but
yeah.
I mean, we hinted at it and we did post the title already. So
yes,
it's a matter of
it's out there. Yeah,
it's out there. It's out there for sure.
Kainalu has his noodle rap,
which we will get to, but
evidence is there,
which we'll get to.
Oh
no, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. I mean, I was just gonna say that I feel like this put us really both in our comfort zone, like this project, and Intergalactic Summer kind of was like the comfort zone, and then for other projects and the other songs that are coming out, it kind of put me out of my comfort zone because I'm so used to making reggae music. I never really dabbled too much with lo-fi. But I always felt like lo-fi was like our vibe. Really chill. I'm as hyper active as I can be sometimes, but like I really feel like it's and ADHD as I can be, because I just noticed Kainalu switched the screen.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
You're good.
He's been on and off screens, but yeah.
Yeah, and it's been I've never really rapped because I don't like the sound of my voice, but I was like, nah, man, if this thing is gonna include acoustic sunrise and stuff,
it's
that part of me has to come back out a little bit.
Right. Right. Yep.
And so I'm just stoked, bro.
Yeah, these are all for everybody listening. These are all like really major spoilers and really big really big Easter eggs. So be on the lookout for that. You hear all the exclusives first on ML Backstage. Feel me?
And that's why I mentioned it now, right? Because this is the space to do it.
Yeah,
so
you know.
Yep.
So stoked, Josh.
I'm excited. So I would say these last couple weeks and the start of June have been like really polar opposites, because the last few weeks prior to hanging out with y'all today, I was in a state of, I would say, earth-shattering grief. There was a lot of things happening in my personal life that were kind of shook me to my core, and I felt like I was hit with a ton of bricks. So I felt nothing but disappointment and anger and just straight up heartbroken. But that's irrelevant right now because June is about to be better. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yesterday, I found out that I was invited to be a part of the road to Life is Beautiful, which is basically, if for those who don't live in Vegas, Life is Beautiful is the biggest music festival in Vegas, and it's the only one in Vegas by far. And I got invited by Sessions Live to be a part of that, locals edition, the road to Life is Beautiful. On June 18th, I'll be streaming live on Sessions Live to get a spot on the live Battle of the Bands competition on July 22nd and 23rd. So I'm saying this first before I officially announce it on social media. Yep. That's happening.
This is it, right?
Yep, that is the one. That is the one. Life is Beautiful.
Nice.
And
I was looking at the lineup. I was like, dang, Josh, you're with some heavy hitters.
He got it.
And they have they usually have like one or two local bands every year that play. But this time they're having 6. So what's gonna happen? So what's gonna happen is I have this stream coming up on the 18th where I'm gonna invite everybody to come on and vote for me. So the bands that have the most amount of votes on the stream will automatically advance to the Battle of the Bands, and basically 15 bands of the Battle of the Bands duke it out. And then the top 6 out of the 15 will be a part of the bill. So that's what's happening. And the big news for today is that Intergalactic Summer is out now, baby.
Let's go. I seen the release on YouTube. Let's go.
Let's go.
This song has been out now, as of this recording. It's been out for 2 hours and 18 minutes.
I gotta go stream it.
Look at my clock, and yeah. So basically, I'm gonna give the quick breakdown of Intergalactic Summer since it's out now. The synopsis of Intergalactic Summer. Oh, there we go. Hey, I see it on Holo's playlist. There we go.
Is it on Spotify legit?
Yeah,
I was like,
radar, man.
No,
it's on Holo's release radar. I see that.
First one on the list.
Oh, there we go.
Yo, Josh, I'm stoking, bro.
That's
Yo! Bro, this looks legit.
Legit.
Oh, Yeah, there we go.
I'm about to share the hell out of that.
We're all geeking out right now, and it's literally release day, and that is crazy. We're really, to all the listeners out there, we're really celebrating in real time right now. And basically a synopsis of Intergalactic Summer is that it's basically about a song about a summer love that didn't work out. But there is this hope that someday that it might turn out. You know what I mean? And basically there's a sense of longing where, in the chorus of the song I write, home for me is wherever you are. And it's one of those things. It's like, you talk about destiny, you talk about fate, you feel like this person is the one for you, but circumstances may not align right now. And therefore Mars Luna wrote on TikTok that this song is about a summer love that didn't work out, and now because of that you hate summer forever. I wouldn't go that far, but but that's basically what the song was about. And it didn't take me very long to write it all. I remember I was doing errands. I think I was going to Target at one point, and Scott and Nalu were lighting up the group chat because I think Scott sent over a beat, and he was like, I think Josh might have something for this. And mind you, prior to this moment, and this took place in like around this time last year, I believe, and it was around summertime, so everything felt really fresh. And I told Scott, I was like, you know what? I think I might have something for this. I might actually have something, because I haven't written a song in a long time prior to that. And I think like I got the line like summer left me longing for the winter. Like that was the first line that came to my mind. And then like everything else kind of just flowed after that. And by then, like I sent it over to Scott. I was like, hey bros, let me know what you think about this. And Scott was like, oh bro, this is fire. Let's do this. Like, let's do this ASAP. So I think I might have recorded my verse for that when I got home too, after I finished all that, and just sent it over right away since I was already in the group. So
yeah, I was zoning in already, and like the bass track of it, all it needed was arrangement at that point. And I was like, all right, Josh is probably gonna send me his verse in like maybe a couple days or whatever, because I know we're both busy. And then I was like, no dog, I'm gonna record it now.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, send it over. And he sent it over. Summer was written in like what, a couple hours?
Literally.
Yeah, like as far as like the basic composition of the song, it was probably like 6 hours. Yeah, because the verse for me took like 10-15 minutes. It was. Yep. But when I write stuff that quick, that's when I know that, okay, this is gonna be fire already.
It's locked in, and like usually songwriting goes like that, right? Like or music production too. Like you lay down the basic, and then if you laid it down fast, then you're like, oh dude, this is probably gonna be good, and then you spend most of your time tweaking.
Yep. And just making the final details turn out good, and
yeah.
And
wait, before we get to that, let me just say this.
Yeah.
If you send me music files, please label them verse 1, verse 2. Someone in this menu, in this grid, decides to send me his rap as, is this the Krusty Krab?
Yes.
And the second one is, no, this is Patrick. Like, I'm trying to piece it together. So I loaded it into Studio One, and it's the back half of the verse, like in the front, and then like the other half is in the back, and then I was like, where's the middle? And then the middle one gets sent last. So I'm like trying to sketch it all together. I'm like, I won't say his name, but Kainalu needs to send like, like
we're gonna
get to there.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
We are,
because there was a lot. There was a lot going into that. But before we talk about the production side of Intergalactic Summer, I meant to say that Intergalactic Summer was actually written about my perspectives on love, or like situationships that I've been a part of, because like normally I would write songs about like my friends' situations, like Holo with rocket science, or Nalu with these damn feelings. I normally observe the situations around me, and if I can think of something, I usually just write it. But this time, like it was 2021. It was a really interesting time in my life, and I noticed that like there are certain things that felt fresh to me. So I was like, I get to know someone, and then like they may head in a different trajectory than I am in the moment. So I was like, of course this happens, because this happened like 3 or 4 times already over the past 5 to 6 years. So I was like, oh, this feels normal. Summer left me longing for the winter, because usually it was just really interesting, just trying to write a song based off of what I was processing through. And that was kind of like, never felt that before, but hey, there's a first time for everything. So the song was originally called the song was originally called Summer Interlude, and I didn't know how long the song was going to be. And but over time, like I was flirting around with this idea of Intergalactic Summer, since this is Mars Luna and the Cosmic Prince and everything. And I was like, that kind of slaps. So I was like, I'm gonna just run with that. That sounds pretty fire. So that was just the title of the song. And let's get into the production side of things now. Since Scott is the one who produced this song, super fire. When did you actually make the beat?
I made the beat. It was in December.
Oh, December.
Opposite. Yeah, it was opposite. I think it was. Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was up. Let me hold on. Song information. 2021. Made in December.
Oh, December.
Hey, it has the album information. It's just serious. How's that? Remember we were talking about that?
Yes.
So Easter eggs. So yeah, Intergalactic Summer was made in actually December, and it was kind of a throwback to like our high school selves in a sense, and it was kind of like stretching my boundaries in music, because I'm a reggae artist and I play reggae music, and I really do hip hop and stuff. I mean, I try to, but I just can't get that sound that I want, or I haven't found that sound that I am comfortable with,
or a sound that doesn't sound like everybody else's already.
Yeah. Exactly. Thank you. I needed that, because like I didn't want to do your typical
right.
I wanted something a little bit more lo-fi. And so what I did on this one was started out with global shift solo. Yeah, thank you. There you go. And global shift solo, and okay. So what I ended up doing was starting out with keys. And so keys was basically, I played a line and I said, okay, how far am I gonna take this, and how much can I get out of this line without saucing it up or trying to make it too heavy. So this is what it sounds like regular.
So peaceful.
Yeah, it's real peaceful, and that's the vibe, right? Not only like we wanted that lo-fi, and so like if you notice, and I'll put the click in. It's almost offbeat on this certain right here. It's almost offbeat, and I decided to leave that in like that because I said I wanted it to be a little bit more human, and human emotions aren't perfectly on time.
Correct.
Which is my thinking of it. And so that being laid down, I then said, okay, now I need a bass line. And so this is what it sounds like together with the bass. And so that simple thing then became this, with a lead that we came up with and a synth pad, super simple synth pad. And for this part,
that part's one of my favorite parts, actually.
There you go. Ooh.
Appreciate it. Yeah, so that line actually, it was inspired by, I was playing a lot of Persona 5, I think, at the time, and a lot of the Persona 5 music is, let me pull one up. You know, you won't get copyright flag because this is a podcast, but like, menu. I think it was the menu theme. No, it wasn't the menu. I'm sorry. It was. Yeah, actually, I think it was Phantom. So, EP drums kind of thing, and there's an organ in there. So, of course, without all of that jazz elements and stuff like that, it was more so like, okay, this is gonna be simple and a super simple lead, but I wanted those sounds, you know?
Yeah.
Like organ. That line there was that literally is a B3 organ, and it's literally this.
I didn't know that was an organ.
Yeah, that's a B3 organ, and I had all the drawbars pretty much opened up.
That's tight.
I can't give you guys the specs because that's kind of giving away.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Match,
I don't have my Nord. Like, I will show you guys the Nord, what the Nord setup it looks like, but that's what it ended up being. And so I said, okay, this line over everything, I need something else to make it a little bit more beefy because the highs are there. But I need something more beefy, so I was thinking like a saxophone. I said, oh,
that's what I thought it was.
Right, and so it's not a saxophone, it's actually a synth brass that I created on my Nord.
Oh.
Yes.
Did not know that.
So, yeah, so right now I don't have all of my equipment hooked up. If not, I was going to set up a secondary cam to show the Nord and show the creation process of it. But I have everything broken down because I have a gig on Saturday. But this is the synth brass that I came up with. Real simple, little bit of delay, but when you put them together, it becomes really fat, and it really takes over. And it gives, like, the main thing I wanted from the line was that feeling of nostalgia, like, man, this is taking me back to a time where I remember a heartbreak, or this is taking me back to a time where I remember something sensitive, you know? And so together, it sounds like. And I love it because it's not your melody that you're singing.
Right.
It's a counter melody, you know, it's a different melody than what you're actually singing. And I think that's key in what we wanted to create because, you know, your melodies that you create, Josh, are very unique to your voice. And I really wanted to accentuate that. I didn't want it to be the same, to just basically be like another layer of the melody layering over your voice.
Yeah.
And so we put it all together. And you get, I played the intro already, so I'm just playing a line into your verse.
Summer left my heart feeling bitter. Summer left my heart feeling cold. Summer left me long for the winter.
Slabs, man.
Yep.
It's funny you bring up the nostalgia aspect of it because that's the vibe I got too.
Yeah, that's the vibe I wanted.
Immediately. But I think that's also a testament to how well we know each other and how, you know, and how we've worked on music for pretty much forever. And it's only now that, like, the stuff that we're making is on an actual, like, streaming platform now. Which is what makes it crazy. So,
and like the level of like the technology has evolved so much that like it was so easy to put the beat together because literally all of these It's labeled as a 90 BPM because that's the beat of the song is in 90 BPM.
Mm-hmm.
But the drums themselves actually are all splice samples that I put into a kit in Impact, and I just saved it as 90 BPM lo-fi sample.
Hey, shout out to Splice. Always coming in clutch.
Because I didn't have at the time Contact, which I do now. And I said, okay, I'm gonna just pay for all of these samples on Splice because they're royalty free, and like let's just put something together that would give us a basic beat breakdown. Then I can recreate the beat. But it ended up working. I was like, bruh, I'm not even gonna redo it because I like it. It's literally.
Yeah, it's like a total head bobber.
Yep. And then.
Summer left
Ooh.
Josh, those vocals are
crazy. I appreciate, Scott for like letting us know his musical breakdown, because it's giving me and probably the viewers so much bigger picture of the song.
Yes.
And not just the title and how it sounds good. There's a much bigger story right underneath it, like a secondary layer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right.
There's like, it's whenever we try to create something, right? Like Acoustic Sunrise and Josh Luna and Scott Yago, or Music by Perseverance and Mars Luna. When we try to make something, like even the most simplest things, we try to make it have meaning, or like there's something behind it that got us to that point, and we really try to make it known, like, okay, this is what got us there,
Right.
And so,
For
Josh,
sure.
let's move on to your vocals, which, oh my god, like, by himself, this is second verse, right?
Summer got my heart feeling lonely.
Chicken skin.
Summer got my heart.
It didn't take me very long to figure out the harmony lines either, which is
yeah.
Which is like how I knew that, okay, I'm in my bag now. Like there's no
like I'm grateful for the files you sent me, because I barely had to touch them. Like legit, I threw them and all I had to do was cut off the white noise. And like just everything was locked in. Minimal compression, just enough to bring everything together so it's not like blaring at high notes or whatever. But
yeah,
bro, like it was just really easy to put this track together. And then like just listening to like the harmonies on lock, like in the middle of them, I think my favorite harmony was the second one, where is broken, right?
Yeah.
Because then you said
heart feeling broken.
Oh my God, sing to me more. But, yeah. Right there, that up right there was just so perfect.
Oh, bro, man, let's go.
That right there was like, bro, this is on lock. And then
too good.
Your bitter harmony came out absolutely super fire too. Oh, I'm sorry.
Affection,
yeah. Bitter was in the beginning, but
yep.
Got me longing for you, 'cause home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is.
On lock. It's just so on lock.
I don't mean to cut you off, but don't get into the rap verse.
Right.
Because, because we're about to get into that. So
yeah. But
I don't know how much farther. I don't know how much farther you were gonna go along with the production side of things. But
yeah, all I gotta say for the production side of things, it was really easy to arrange. Literally, I came up with the beat, which is this middle part right here, and all I had to do was take away elements for the verse and for the pre-chorus, and add in elements for the pre-chorus. So like, if you notice, I'll mute the vocals real quick. This is pre-chorus, or this is beginning of the verse. Oh, sorry, hold on. Okay, one more time. Okay. Real dry, right?
Yeah.
Real dry. And then when we get into the pre-chorus, I needed something that was gonna bring us back to the line or the chorus part, and all it needed was this synth pad. This synth pad right here, I made on my Nord.
Fire.
Yeah, I made pretty much everything on this, Josh. Like, synth, the leads, the EP was like a stock EP that I used, and I tweaked it a little bit. But the synth itself was a synth pad that I kind of built around this one synth pad that I had. was a preset on the Nord, and I said I didn't like it. I wanted some elements, so what I did was I just recreated it from scratch, and so it came out like this.
Oh, I added that atmospheric layer that it gave it that intergalactic feel for sure.
And that's all it needed, you know. Yeah. And so when you put it together for the chorus, and it literally takes one track to make it sound full in my ears, and hopefully it sounds full in other people's ears. I hope people like it the way.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's all I have to do. Break it down, you know, and put it all together, and then you get your basic beat, and then cut out when you're singing, and simple.
Yeah. I know for artists out there, you want to make your job as easy as possible for the producer. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Make the job as easy as possible for them. That's what I try to do whenever, if I'm working, whether I'm working with you or whether I'm working with Morgan or Tom or whoever I be working with, you know, like, I'm glad that, you know, you said that you didn't have to do too much with my vocals, because it's like, okay, I did what I had to do there. And it's like, I was like, okay, cool. Unlike some other people, which we'll get into in a bit, but you know, so
next in line.
So let's get into this feature, because this feature is, there's a rap in this song, and our own Kainalu Kamai over here of Acoustic Sunrise rapped on this song. Yes, when I said that this song was, we kept it in the family with this one, we really kept it in the family. So
we did.
So before we try to dissect your verse, Nalu, what was your inspiration behind the verse, your verse that you made, and what made you be a part of it?
Okay, so for this rap, a lot of people never would expect me to come out and just rap something fire or even rap at all. They would never expect it. They would never.
Ever.
But there is times that I actually do like to make hip hop tracks and R&B, and I actually do like to make rap lyrics and such. Mm-hmm. So this is just one of those rare times that actually works for me.
Yeah.
And also at the same time, the rap verse that I made is actually inspiration from Korean hip hop and R&B styles. Correct. That I've been listening to a lot.
Yeah.
And I also wrote the rap verse as something that I was supposed to go to Korea 2 years ago. So correct. It's kind of related to a scenario that maybe would have happened to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's the vibe that I got from it. I mean, first I would say, I'm gonna be completely honest. When you said that you were gonna try to write a verse for it, or you're trying to rap on it, I was kind of skeptical, because I was like, all right, you know, like, we'll see we'll see, but you know, we'll see. But with Kainalu, you can never count him out. Never count him out. You can never count him out. So
he's like, you can't. No.
So it's like, so when he actually sent over. When you sent over the file, or you sent a video of, you know, like the rap that you did, right?
Yep.
And I was like, I listened to it like 1 or 2 times. I was like, wait a minute, this is actually not that bad. What the heck? I didn't know I didn't know what to expect, but it actually wasn't that bad, and it actually flowed very well, and like your cadences were actually. It actually flowed very well with how the song was going. And, you know, I was like, you know what? Let's see if we can work with this. We can work. Let's see if we can work with it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll make my job easier next time, and please name the files the right things. Because I had to piece together, like, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts that were named random SpongeBob things in an email that I had to put together, and on top of that, they're chopped, so I had to make sure there was no audio cut, right? But that's why I appreciate you, Josh, for making my job easy. Kind of appreciate you. You're my best friend. You know, all everybody here has been my best friends for the longest time. But it's bro, if there's one guy that can put one hole in on Malasada,
Can we run his
I can't
for one time?
Yeah, let's run it for one time.
You know, no, before I do it, I'll dissect dissect my thoughts on it real quick before we do that. So
all right, sounds good.
So it says his verse was 2 summers ago. That's when we first met. I wandered around in the city. It was sunset. I took the wrong street. I got lost. Accidentally walked into you. Unknowingly set my heart to defrost. You give me the heat waves. I can feel it miles away. Our feelings are inseparable. Fate brought us together. So when I leave again, the seasons will fall bitter. Trust in me, I promise. Trust in me, our love will never disarray. So at first, the first glance, my thought was, who are you thinking about right now?
Hey, true. And we all knew he was singing about. And then the second part was his verse was had the opposite mood of what my verses were. So it actually worked out in a very weird and unconventional way. And if I remember correctly, Scott or Nalu, either one of you can correct me on this. Nalu, you didn't rap into a microphone, right? You just rapped. You did. Oh, I thought you rapped. For some reason, I thought you rapped.
Yeti microphone.
Oh, I thought you rapped straight into the monitor for some reason.
Oh.
You know, and when you recorded into that Yeti microphone, and I first received your files. I remember the first time because I actually had Nalu redo it.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Mm-hmm. It was the gains were so hot, and on top of that,
that's probably why.
Yeah, it was distorting, and I was like, "Yo, try to re-record it with the same energy, but at like half the volume on your microphone," and it came out really good, and I could use that.
Okay.
Yeah, Nalu.
You can play the verse now, or his rap now.
Yeah, you know, and I will say Okay, I'll explain it after you play it, but I'll give you some lead in.
And all the roads lead me back to you. Lead me back to you.
Summers ago, that's when we first met. I wandered around in the city, it was sunset. I took the wrong street, I got lost. Accidentally walked into you. Unknowingly sitting my heart to frost. Keep heat waves, I can feel it miles away. Our feelings are inseparable. Fate brought us together. So when I leave again, the seasons will fall bitter. Trust in me, our love will never disarray.
My heart is.
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir. That was the one, baby.
Yes, sir.
Cured.
That second take that you sent me, instead of naming it, is
SpongeBob.
Crab. No, this is Patrick. And Little Lee, I think was the other one. Little Lee. Bro, I was like, okay, that's funny and all, but where is that? Because I gotta like listen to the whole thing and
you gotta label it and you gotta piece it all together.
Yeah. So and then he sends it to me. He says it as one huge file, one finally thank you from like start to finish, and he named it Summer Nalu's Fire Noodle Rap.
Stupid.
And so I was like, yo, and if y'all don't believe me, okay? This, when I drag and drop the files into the studio one, I usually change the name, but I wanted to keep this one just for you guys to know the person Nalu is.
Yes.
It says it right there. In the summer, Nalu's Fire Noodle Rap.
Oh my
God.
God bless your future woman, Nalu. God bless her, bro. God bless her, bro.
She's gonna be a woman of God with a lot of patience.
Facts.
Korean.
A lot of noodle.
A lot of noodle.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah, so Nalu, for your verse, I made the conscious choice to This Is It Dry with a little bit of This Is It Dry, which came out pretty good.
2 summers ago, that's when we first met. I wandered around in the city, it was sunset. I took the wrong street, I got
lost, and so from then I said, like, if you were to listen to this in the mix without no effects on and what I decided to do, you kind of get drowned out.
2 summers ago, that's when we first met. I wandered
but there's really no impact, right? And so what I wanted to do was do that, like, hey, I'm on the phone. because you're telling somebody 2 summers ago we first met, you know, and I was like,
we both had that idea of the phone.
And so what I did to you was just EQ it a little bit.
2 summers ago, that's when we first met.
That sounds really like a hip hop lo-fi.
Yeah, and you know, it also helped you cut through the mix a little bit more. And so I then added in a lot of, not really a lot, but I added in some compression to your voice and some chorus to give it that cool, like, that cool effect in your ears, because it needed to change because the song was like kind of like the same for a little bit. I said, oh, if I add in a little bit of chorus, it'll change it up. It'll change the ear. Like, oh, what is this? And so
2 summers ago, that's when we first met. I wandered around in the city, it was sunset. After the wrong street, I got lost. Accidentally walking to you, unknowingly setting my heart to defrost. You give me heat waves, I can feel it miles away.
Yo, I'm gonna set this as my message tone. Just this part right there.
You give me heat waves.
Heat waves.
But yeah, send it through.
Send it through. I'll send it through. I'll send it through later. I got the stem right here. But yeah, Nalu, like, bro, on your verse, like in the beginning, I was a little, like Josh said, skeptical, because it's like, oh god, I hope he's not gonna rap about ABGs or like Korean food.
No, keep it proper.
Keep it proper, and you know, like, when you did it, I was like, yo, this verse is actually super fire. And I was like, yo, the context is there. And I was like, this is a good counterpoint. Not really a counterpoint, but more so like Josh said, Josh was singing about the bittersweetness of summer. You were more the sweetness.
Yes.
Yin and yang.
And it needed that.
It needed it for sure.
And it's funny because it's like if you were to daydream, you'd be like, 2 summers ago, and you think about it, and then you get back to reality, and then here comes Josh coming back in. You know, and that coming in was like, oh man, it's back to reality. Oh damn, I'm depressed again. You know, like, oh.
Yeah, shout out to the melancholic nature, bro. It really be like that. And also for the listeners out there, you know, Nalu talks about, if you've listened or watched this podcast for any amount of time, you know the amount of times Nalu has brought up Korea. Any chance that he could get. There was almost a Korean rap in this song, ladies and gentlemen.
There was
almost a Korean rap.
It was. It's pretty hard. Pretty damn hard.
Hard in what way?
Yo, I think I have the stems. I have the stems in the emails.
Nice.
It was something else. Put it that way. I was like, this is OD, bro. Like, I appreciate the effort and admire the dedication, but we didn't need it for this. Like,
yeah, it was too much. It was
a little too much. So no, and in all seriousness though, like that one rap that you did, really, it was a necessary piece to the song to avoid it becoming monotonous, and you know, it worked out really well. And that's when I knew that this is gonna be an acoustic sunrise feature, because we're gonna get to that in a bit. But I figure, you know, Kainalu's DJ name is called Stranded Pineapple, but since this was a reunion type project that we did, I figured Acoustic Sunrise was better. It hit harder, you know. And I'm going to talk briefly about the cover art for this, because back in high school, I remember the colorways for Acoustic Sunrise was red, black, and white.
Yep.
Like those were the colors that I chose. And I figured, you know, since this was an Acoustic Sunrise thing, you know, I decided to bring those colors back. And as far as the cover, I kind of just did a little collage of like what I envision like summer in space would look like. So I put together like a beach, the moon, and 2 astronauts just kind of chilling up there on the moon, kind of representing, like, you know, me, Mars, Luna on one end, Stranded Pineapple on the other end. You know what I'm saying? And or other terms, just me and Nalu, and then just us in astronaut suits. And that's basically the gist of it. I was inspired by some collages that I saw on Instagram. I was like, might as well try to do my version of that. So I didn't have no pictures for it. So I was like, might as well try, make that work and expand to a different side of my creativity. Let's talk about Acoustic Sunrise though. So Acoustic Sunrise, for those who are listening out there, Acoustic Sunrise was a band that I helped create back in 2009 when we were all still in high school. And with me and our mutual friend Cole. Shout out to Cole. Cole Kitagawa. Yes, sir. We were in choir class. We were in choir. And it was such an easy class. We were so bored over there. And Cole brought up the idea about, about being a part of a band together. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm down. Let's do it. And it was through Cole where I met Scott. And I mean, I already knew Kainalu before that. And, I kind of decided to just bring him on because I used to see him bring his ukulele every day during PE class. So brought him. We had a few other members too. We had a lot. We had a crap ton of people. Who we had like a maximum amount of like 8 people at one time, and it was like this is OD. This was a lot. And and shout out to everybody. Like we bonded quite a bit over that time. We had a lot of fun times, a lot of fun practices, and just a lot of performances really. And I posted something on Instagram about just kind of reintroducing Acoustic Sunrise in a way, because we're basically bringing the band back together for the summer. And like seeing everybody kind of like all the former band members kind of comment on the post, it was like, dang, like nice. It was cool to see that Acoustic Sunrise did have an impact on their lives at one point. And it made me smile. And like I was telling Nalu earlier today, like the memories were great, but the glow up is better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So and this is where we at now. And we kind of, and I think, and Scott, Nalu, and I really bonded over the band, really. And that's actually an integral part of our life. Yep. If you can see watching it on YouTube, yep, that's the post right there. Scott's brought that up. And
makes me cry, bro.
And a lot of great memories. And it made like Acoustic Sunrise to me, it affirmed that moving to the same high school as you guys really affirmed it to be the right decision for me. And even though I was trash grade wise, at least I met great friends, you know what I'm saying? So as keep
get degrees, bro. Come on now.
Yep. That's how. But yeah, like the Acoustic Sunrise edition made it a surreal edition for me, because man, like I never thought that would be a possibility again. We all, because we're all doing our own thing in our own like separate lives and stuff like that. But like the fact that I feel like this is a Hawaii thing more than a mainland thing. Now that I've lived in the mainland for 7.5 years, like Hawaii, like is so community based and community driven. Like say Milani is, like, oh, we represent Milani so hard because like Milani is like our community, you know what I mean? And and it wasn't like, and like the longer I live out here, the more I realize that like not a lot of things change back home, and that can be a good thing, and And the fact that we're able to make fire music now, if you look up YouTube, if you search the Acoustic Sunrise on YouTube, you'll find some of our old original music and listen to acoustics, listen to Intergalactic Summer today. The glow up is immaculate. And I don't say
it's real.
It's unreal. It's it's crazy. And shout out to technology too for making it more accessible to make good music. So
man, we used to come to my house to record on like a cheap old mic.
Yes,
using the window screen.
Yes, and we used my flip camera for some of our performances too. Speaking of the decade that we were in, you know, like that's early 2010s, and like, I was looking through some of the footage. I was like, bro, this quality is unreal. Like not in a good way. Like it's
4K.
Oh, that's
me 4 kilobytes, dog. Like
4 kilobytes.
So bad.
It was so bad. But you know, like it's a testament to how technology has evolved over the last decade, and you know how our bonds can still be tight. You know, even though we're off doing our own thing and making the most out of our lives. You know, so I just wanted to shout that out because you know this is technically a reintroduction of sorts, and you know that is the most exciting thing for me. So the last question, I'm bringing a question back from the last episode because it kind of carries along the same theme anyway. Holo and Scott, in your life, what has been the biggest full circle moment you've experienced? And Nalu and I answered this question last time. And Nalu's was basically being in the military and going to Afghanistan, right?
Yep, that was the one.
That was the one. And mine was basically this, you know, like you hit FaceTiming me that one Sunday, Scott, and just reinserting yourself back into my life again and making music again, hanging out at the store with Kainalu. And just, you know, just remembering that day clearly for me because like it was a Sunday. I was, you know, I finished up, playing and working at the church and just about ready to go to sleep. And I hear, you know, this FaceTime call. I was like, Scott Yago, wait, I haven't talked to this dude in like 6 years. Yeah. Answer the call and just catch up. And then Nalu added us to our group chat and then and here we are, you know. So that was our full circle moments. But I want to hear from you guys, Holo and Scott, what your biggest full circle moments are.
Holo, you want to go first, bro?
Well, I guess that means Holo's going first then.
Oh, me? Okay.
They volunteered you, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, boss man. Okay. Boss man. Take you back a couple of years. After, you know, graduating high school and, you know, starting to evolve into the person I am now, thinking back, I've let go a lot of things that eventually made their way back to the person I am talking to you guys right now. So I'll say like bits and pieces like this is like for myself, like hairstyle, you know, doing photography. I took a break from it. Going into like video games, I'm actually into video games now, and I took a break from it after high school.
That is wild.
But it's like little aspects of yourself that you let go, and then eventually they make their way back into your life in its right timing. So going back to the question, biggest full circle moment is that now I feel like I'm in that path towards seeing myself in what I wanted to be doing the rest of my life, like my calling. Like I think I'm right at the edge of another step that is my calling. Like right, I feel like all these things that are coming back to me, like, you know, going back to, Scott, coming back into our lives like so fluidly. Like I remember getting the message, and he was in our group chat, and it wasn't like so like we had to catch up. It was like we just
picked
the right where we left off.
It was so fluid. And Luna was right. That was like the first sign. And then slowly these different aspects of myself started coming in. And now I'm in this not like a limbo, but I'm in that space where now it's time to take the chance to go into that next step. Because that next step, it's going to be what you're going to elevate, what you've been working on for this whole decade. So that full circle is going into that next level of your existence where you are the best that you can be, that from all these past experiences that happened to you. This is the moment you need to seize it, and this is what God has, delivered you to this earth to serve and share with all these people. And I believe with alongside Josh, Scott, and Nalu, we all are on our own paths. We have the same, we have the same mindset, and I think
same thought processes.
Same thought processes, and it's so crazy.
And same seasons too.
It feels like that we're all on this journey together, but we are in our different worlds.
Yeah. Because usually, like, our conversations kind of end up in the same place. Like
always,
they always end up in the same place. Like usually. Like now it's like, maybe it's a sense of urgency of us getting older, right? Or like, growing up and making bigger moves. I'm realizing for myself more so like how important it is for me to just like swing for the fences. Like it's not an all or nothing mentality, but it's like you're not gonna get to where you want to be if you only take like incremental steps. So I feel like we're all in that same spot now, in our lives, even though we're going through different situations, so it was cool that you brought that up.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy, Holo, how you're talking about like you feel like you're in that limbo. And for me, it's like my full circle moments have been, and you mentioned the Josh seasons. There's a season for joy, there's a season for happiness, there's a season for reaping, there's a season for sowing, as in the Book of Solomon's, right?
Yep.
And so, like, for me, it's been like that, where it's been circles completed. There's been so many full circle moments in my life, and right now it's another open circle again. And I think that's the beauty of life. It's like you have so much full circle moments. Like, well, a definite full circle moment for me would be how I stepped away from music for so long, and then all of a sudden, boom, I have like, a new keyboard and stuff, and I have all of this recording software. I'm doing things with you, doing things outside with other bands and stuff. And I think for me, the biggest thing that was such a full circle moment, because another part of my life has just opened up a new circle, and that would be my relationship aspect.
Right.
And that stuff I've been saying for like a year and a half, and that thing has just literally reopened.
Yep.
Nothing has come full circle in that one just yet, and it's fine. But like the music side, it's like the way God set it up. It's like, yo, now you can complete the full circle on your music side, get set on that, and then now let's go move on to your thing, because it's always about change and movement in your life. Nothing is ever really gonna be all perfectly timed until it's time.
Right. Yeah.
And
you'll never know until it's time.
Right. And I think for me that's the biggest thing about coming into full circle with things. And so like when it comes to certain aspects of my life, things have come full circle. My job, definitely one. The other one is music. Like I said, friendships that I haven't seen in a while. Like when I was in my past relationship, I haven't hung out with you guys. That's how long it literally was like 5 years, I think it was, that I haven't really in touch with you guys. Like, you know, the occasional DM, you know, and but like sitting down and talking with you guys like this, it hasn't been like that. And even for like other friends from high school, you know, that I was really close with too. A lot of those things have come full circle, and there's just so much things where it's like, I guess the thing I have to say about it is if one circle in your life is opened up and you're awaiting something and you're in that season of waiting for it, don't miss out on the other circles that have just come to a full closure, and enjoy where the thing is finally complete the progress 100%, the circles like this now, and you know what I mean? Like you guys can actually enjoy the blessings that come with that circle. Like like I may have lost an important relationship in my life, but I definitely regained you guys and gave me back, you know, Brody guys, and gave me back a lot of my music and work friends.
Yeah, shout out to Brody and Eric.
Oh, Brody and
shout
Eric.
out to the girls.
Shout out Brody and Eric and Shane them. Yep.
Shane them.
Hey, shout out.
All you guys, you know. Renzi, Christy, Eric, everybody, you know, all of our classmates. And it's one of those where we can, like you said, we can all come together. Being from Mililani at the time, and our class is super tight.
And it's special because there's a lot of, we have not to boast, but we got a lot of talented people who are doing major things out there. So you know, you can't. I can you know, I could go down the line, but it's actually a lot. So
there's a lot of people.
So yeah. You know, appreciate y'all, Holo, Nalu, and Scott. Appreciate y'all coming on, and I appreciate y'all, the listeners, for listening to this episode. We were basically kind of hanging out today, and you know, talking about the Intergalactic Summer release, and just hanging out and celebrating the release, because you know, as of this recording, it's been out for about a good 3 hours and change, and you know, it's very, very new, and it's, you know, it's going to be the start of some fire music, you know what I'm saying, and all summer, and got no time to waste, because the next one is literally about to come out, and the next single is about to come out in like a month, and then the EP in August, and it's a lot. It's a lot, and you know, I'm thankful for the season of music that I'm in right now, because I'm, you know, because the last 2 years were miserable, and if you've listened to any of the prior episodes, you can kind of tell that already. And you know, this whole thing is just about me having fun again, and us having fun with you know, with the gifts that we've been given, and you know, just it's really cool. It's really cool to see everything come together the way it is. So you can follow me on Instagram at Luna B Joshua. You can find the music stuff, Mars Luna's pages on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at It's Mars Luna. Follow us and subscribe to the podcast at ML Backstage Podcast on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube, and Anchor, and you can check out Mars Luna on Spotify and Apple Music. Follow him there, and check out the website at itsmarsluna.com. Try to update that every month. So and stream Intergalactic Summer.
Stream it, and also posting it on Instagram.
Yes, and share.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You could also share the Spotify, which would be sick. But also, I believe if you look up, you know how you do music tags, inside of your actual story post. If you guys do it that way, I think those come as like 1 or 2 plays. So every time someone plays his story, it gets a play.
Yes.
I remember if that's true or not, but do it that way. You know, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, I'm gonna post that. I'm gonna post that all tomorrow.
I'm waiting for tomorrow, bro, because it's already tomorrow in Vegas.
It's
like, for me, Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like this, we get to keep this to ourselves for now, and then it like that's usually what I do every release anyway. So, yep. Happy Intergalactic Summer Day. It's about to be a wild musical summer, and yeah. Let's go Holo, Nalu, and Scott with this with the socials and all, and the obligatory stuff.
Oh well, I start again. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going around in a circle, bro.
Oh, wait, my bad. My audio cut out for a quick second. What was going on?
Nothing happened.
Full circle.
No. Full circle.
Oh, full circle. I was hoping the full circle. Oh, it's recording. Never mind. Wow.
So you guys can follow me on Instagram, Holokahiki Toves. Come along for the ride. I post, what's happening during the life. I have fitness, healthy eating, and gaming. So come join.
Yeah, all these all these. You can see Holo's workouts every other day. So so ladies, he's single. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God.
Yo, we are all single, bro. Come on now. We are all single.
Fact.
You say that was for not recorded.
No, I'm just messing around, but yeah. At Holo, follow him, Holo at Holokahiki Toves, Holo on Instagram, holokahikitoves.co, online, and yeah, that's Holo's social media stuff. Nalu, give the people your phone number, bro.
All right, folks. Sorry, I do not have a beautiful display like I always do, but you can still follow me on Instagram at Naluman Photography, and if you're on Twitter, you can follow me at Hawaiian Opa. That's mostly for all K-pop stuff.
Every time, bro.
Every time, Hawaiian Opa.
Wait. Also, Luno won second place on Queendom 2, but hey, you know what? They did good. They did good.
God.
No, I appreciate the update because you did mention that. You did mention that in the last 2 episodes. So you did mention that. So appreciate the update.
Yeah. Wait, is it my turn?
Yeah, Scott, what about you, bro?
Sir.
Oh, frick. I'll tell you, my focus rate cut out at the right time because I was like, I bet you was like, okay, Scott, and I was like,
Definitely.
no. But yeah, follow me on Instagram. My music profile is Music by Perseverance, spelt correctly. P-E-R. I don't even know how to spell perseverance.
Yeah, that's one of those tricky words to spell, bro. I get it.
I went to Mililani, bro.
We went to Mililani. We all went to
What school you went, Kainalu? What school you went?
Wahua.
No.
We were just messing around at this point, but go ahead.
Yeah, so my IG handle is at Scotty Too Hottie, for my personal, and then for my music production one is Music by Perseverance. Check us out. We got sneak peeks, stuff like this coming out.
Oh, yes, sir. That one's different.
Whoa. We're gonna stop it right there.
Stop it right there.
You gotta let fire up first.
Some breadcrumbs.
Some breadcrumbs.
Before Mars hisses at me again for
Yeah,
spoiling material.
Yeah, Kainalu, you released your whole verse. You released the whole track before it even came out, bro. I can't send you files anymore, dog.
I don't even know if anybody remembers it now, though.
Oh, everybody does remember
Everybody
it because trust me, they'll be like, "Oh, we heard it already." Man, that defeats the point of the release, they
didn't hear the whole full release.
Yeah, and us and me roasting you couldn't wait. You really could not wait.
Couldn't wait.
Couldn't wait. Because I sent out the promos one week, and I'm gonna share the crap out of them tomorrow or today.
It was so funny.
So you'll hear a lot about Scott and Nalu in these music posts for the summer. But once again, thank you all so much for hanging out for hanging out with us and for tuning in. Follow the podcast and stream Intergalactic Summer. This is basically our way of celebrating the release. And yeah, stay tuned for next month because apparently Mars Luna has another single dropping. So it's all coming out really, really fast.
So. Check it out if you want sneak peeks. If you want Mars Luna sneak peeks, check out his distro kit also.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. His distro kit has a lot of stuff coming out, and it's not only from me; it's from other people he's worked with, and they're all amazing. So go check it out.
Yep. So I'll see you guys on the next month's episode, and let us know how you think about Intergalactic Summer.
Yeah, let us know
later.
Sheets.
There's nothing more surreal than the past, present, and future coming together at once. It's like the stars have aligned, Ethan.
I'm the one aligning these stars, so that's on me.
Okay, if you say so, my boy. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of the ML Backstage podcast. If you liked what you heard, follow us on Spotify and Anchor, and subscribe to us on Apple and YouTube at ML Backstage. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok at It's Mars Luna. You can find all my music on Spotify and Apple Music and on my website at itsmarsluna.com. Thank you all for listening and hanging out with us. Hope you're all enjoying Intergalactic Summer, cause next month we're turning up the heat with more new music. And oh yeah, that automatically means a new episode. Bye!